Alright, how we doing, folks? Your boy, Marcus 225 numbers after the name Wasteland Wednesday, that Call of Duty World War II. I got some footage, man. I got some more footage after this, but I think I'm going to hold on to it, honestly, until I come back from the motherland. I'm leaving for the motherland in a couple days, and I've stalled out some videos to have you guys right here on the channel, and I have some more World War II stuff, but I'd rather just play the beta a little bit more, man. I was kind of thinking, I was like, I could probably crank out some videos from when I'm gone, but no, this is the last you're going to see on World War II until I come back from the motherland, man. I'm going to put some more beta footage up at that point. But I got some good games. Wasteland Wednesday, laying down that murder game. So about some weapons here, man, that we're seeing here in Call of Duty World War II. So in this case, I believe I'm using the Type 99, I believe it is. Or is that Type 99? The Mark 99. Whatever the first assault rifle is. The M... I don't know. Whatever the first assault rifle is. And then there's also the M1 Garand, and then there's the STG as well that you unlock. That's kind of what it was referred to, I believe, as your infantry division. I'm sure you could look this up, and if you played it, you could kind of understand it a little bit more. But we're split into divisions this year. This is kind of like, think of it as our classes or like specialists, but like really not that important specialists. It's more just like a list of perks to a name and certain characteristics. So every kind of gun is attached to a division, but you can mix and match. You can put any gun you want, whatever division, just you will lose some of these special perks that gun would have. So, let me give you an example. In this case, I'm using this M9 over here. Let's call it an M9 even if it isn't, but I'm using this M9 over here. And I have the ability, since I'm using an assault rifle and I'm in the infantry division, to use the bayonet charge, which is kind of you charge at somebody with the bayonet and you stab them. It also, I believe, works that you could just stab anybody, and it's a one-shot, one-kill rather than the two that you'll need to do if you hit somebody up front, behind one as well. So that's kind of what you get, like a specialist kind of ability from your division using the same weapon, for lack of a better term, to compare to something in the past. What you also get, though, in your division is you're going to level up in your division, and you're going to get what I would kind of consider your perks. So perks in this game work kind of strange, and I'm cool with how they work. But I also don't really understand why we needed this change, but I'm okay with it for now. We'll see when the actual game comes out how I feel about it, but for now I'm cool with it. There's basic trainings, which you could equip one, I believe. I don't think you equip more than one, but maybe there's some perk that allows you to, but you equip one, and that's kind of a perk. So that's kind of your scavengers there. There's one I think called, I don't know, I think it might be called Forage. Forage is scavenger. I don't know, there's one that allows you to expand your mini-map, which is one of my biggest complaints about the game. Which maybe if I have enough time, I'll throw some complaints at the end here. The mini-map sucks. Anyway, so there's one that allows you to do that. There's one that allows you to carry double, or like there's an overkill kind of equivalent that allows you to carry 2 weapons, and they're all named differently. But you'll notice they're kind of like our perks that we've always had. But that's one basic training. The rest of the perks kind of reside in this division. So the infantry division has certain perks to it, like a certain grenade, or you carry you start off with an extra magazine of ammo, I believe. There's more to it. There's a bunch of stuff. The airborne division, for example, you have a suppressor that's kind of the equivalent of your bayonet charge, and then that one seems more of like a rusher class where you kind of get like lightweight and marathon pro that kind of onto it. Like you get that kind of stuff there with it. So there's a bunch of kind of perks that you get, and you get them as you level up in your division. So when you first start, you will only have whatever the first thing of your division is, and as you level up, you get more. So think of it as kind of almost like pro perks, right? Where we used to get the perk, and then you get a different ability. Well, here we get our division, and then we get a bunch of different abilities or perks along with it as you level them up. I'm kind of cool with it. The only part that I'm not cool with is, in all fairness, when I was looking, everything outside the infantry division is kind of whack. I don't know. I kind of like the one, whatever the shotgun one is. That one seemed alright too, because it seemed to be like it kind of had like a flat jacket on it or whatnot, and that seemed alright. I could see like circumstances where that's available. There's a ghost one. I haven't really tried that yet. I don't really remember what the rest of them are, but I felt like they're all passive abilities. They're all like kind of passive perks, and none of them seem to be too like groundbreaking. I assumed that like I was looking for Hardline, for example. And I assume that's a basic training that I just haven't unlocked, because currently right now as I'm recording this, the beta only goes up to level 25. I'm like 18 or something like that right now, so I haven't gotten through all of them. So that's kind of how that's split up. You could be any division, use any weapon, but certain weapons in certain divisions have special attributes. It's a matter of how you want to play it. But then you're also having to use those perks that maybe you don't want to use. You kind of have to mix and match. So there's a little bit of thinking about that, a little thoughtfulness over there, but it's not as easy as just to pick 10. There's attachment to your weapons. They've kind of pushed it, I think, a little bit in terms of the sights and whatnot. We can actually get as reticles and whatnot. So mix and match, try as you will. Not everything's unlocked in the beta either, so we'll see what ends up being in the end game. Anyway, from what the weapons I've seen right now, man, this 799 was solid. I don't think it was crazy good, but I thought it was solid. I didn't use that one Garand. I've not touched it. It's single fire, I'm pretty sure. And from what I've understood, it's if you hit somebody, you knock them down quick, and if you miss, you're going to die. So I haven't touched that. And the STG, which is my baby. I love the STG. I loved it in World at War. I still love it to this day. This thing is beautiful. See right there, man? Time to kill. I appreciate that. So the submachine guns, we got the that we used to have in World at War, which is pretty good. I like it. And then the Type 100, which I'm a big fan of. And then I believe there's like one called like the honey something or the waffle something or whatever. I haven't honey coat or something like that. I haven't gotten there yet. I've only really used. I kind of stopped at the Type 100. I think I may be missing a sub there. I apologize. Whatever the other sub was, I like. That's what I remember. You know, the shoots pretty quickly. And the Type 100 shoots pretty quickly too, but I feel like it even has some more distance over here. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. We got kind of some small maps here, so in this case I'm using an assault rifle here, but I've switched to having a submachine gun when I'm playing on this map now because I don't feel like I really need this length of the assault rifle. I'm pretty solid with my assault rifles. I'm not too good with the submachine guns, not too good with the shotguns either. The incendiary rounds and shotguns, those things seem to like decimate me, like melt me when people hit me with them. I definitely didn't have the same luck when I hit people, but maybe I just wasn't doing it well enough. Kill streaks real quick. We have a couple unlocked in the beta, not too much. I've only really used the care package, recon, the giant fire, the precision bomb, whatever the hell it's called, the one we saw over here earlier in the footage, the artillery barrage. Those are kind of the ones that I've touched on so far. Recon plane is a recon plane, no biggie. Let me digress over here with the minimap stuff. So if you look at the minimap, like, you see red dots, but like I feel like your field of view in the minimap is really short. Like you will see people as in person way before you even see them on the minimap as a dot. Like by the time you see people at the minimap in a dot, I feel like at this game it's too late. So I actually have equipped a perk that allows me to see a little bit further on the minimap. Like give me just a smaller minimap where I can see kind of the dots a little bit further out. And even then, it's still too small. Like I was kind of looking at it, I was like, this perk should be like normal, plus some should be like normal. Like I definitely feel it's the smallest minimap. Let me you guys know if anyone's felt that, but I feel like it's the smallest minimap I've gotten in a while, man, and I don't really like that. But the recon drone works as a recon drone, no biggie there. Care package works as a care package. I feel like it takes a good amount of time to come down. You could shoot it to make it down a little bit quicker, but either way, with the small maps and everybody moving so quickly in the beta, like I called in like 2 care packages and I think I got them both sold. So I don't know. Not the biggest fan of the care package. Not really planning on using it. I was kind of just trying to test it out to see. The precision bomb kind of works as a predator missile, but seemed a little bit weaker. I've kind of dropped it on people that I think should hit, and it doesn't. So I'm not the biggest fan of that. The artillery strike, I've yet to hit somebody with it, so clearly I guess I'm doing it wrong. Even though people drop it on me, they lay down that murder game. And that's kind of, I think, all the ones that I've gotten so far. I haven't gotten the paratroopers yet, which I think that one's got to be pretty good. I kind of like the idea of that. And I hope it's the equivalent of wraps with like guns or something like that. But the kill streaks in this game so far appear to be solid, but nothing too crazy. Man, I'm excited for World War II, man. This game is dope. More footage coming up on the channel in the coming weeks.